couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a squad, it's time to get it going. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Stop him at the 21. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense is on the field for the first time today. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the ball game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. First down sack pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Throwing right. Tosses it incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off and just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Throws toward the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Bringing it back, it's McClain. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try.
This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers. How about that special teams play? These guys are really hitting their
because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. He's going to pass. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And he used that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards. The big pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 1. Off play action. Looking for the score. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UTEP packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed Miners Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park at El Paso. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to move it through the air. He'll throw it. Got his man on the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. The Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. On the move, it's McClain. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He uncorks one deep. Snags it. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He'll run it again. Shakes off the tackler. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Running it back, it's McClain. Smashes ahead. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He's got an open man. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. On first down from the 13-yard line. He wants to throw. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tiger. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy...
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Floating away. He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Makes the grab. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He'll pull it down, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay in nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a 4th down.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires deep on the run. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll run the counter. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take
all kinds of running room. He's at the 40. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Yeah, and this is why he's leading the nation in rushing. Like, you give him the football, and he'll continue to make big plays. He's done it all throughout the season. This offense features him, and there is a reason why.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Touch pass on the run. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Tigers look to keep this team. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Coming. They stripped it out. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it on first down. He's right on target. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The play action fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And the ball is intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're in defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
PAT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. LSU is running away with things right now, and you just know Mike the Tiger is loving this offense today. They're up by 17 over Central Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Offense set on first down. Give to the running back. Fights off a defender. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. Looking for a block. It's McClain. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big.
He's going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 15. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Great throw, great catch. I know you smelt the pylon and you wanted to get in the end zone, but now you got...
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll line up to go for 2. They'll try to pound their way in. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football. Down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. And down he goes back at the 3.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Fires it incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pocket starts to collapse. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll bring it back. It's McClain. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson!
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6.
When they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to